Hey guys, so today is the alternate future of Papers, Please. This is current day map, but it's also the map from Papers, Please. But 2 years after the events of Endless, Antegrius says like, we want the coast. So they need to get to here. Decide to go through Republia. Take a bit of land until Republia declares wars on them and takes a lot more land than they were expecting. Taking Serdica, taking much more land than expected. They don't go for True Glorian actually, and they decide, let's surround True Glorian. And they almost take it, but they do take all of this. These guys just going ham. They took Serdia and almost took Solon. Puppy's going ham. Then now they're declaring war on the United Federation. Something there, take Northampton and they do take True Glorian. Until Republia takes Alponia and Solon. Takes all of this. And then he splits the country in half. The Federation takes their land back. And Antegria tries to take back Apollonia and fails. Then they decide to sue for peace. So now the new borders. This is 1986. This is the new border. This is Republia. And this is whatchamacallit. That is Antegria. Arstotzka. Now, about 3 years later, in 1989, Arstotzka says, hey, do you want some more coast? Yeah, how about we invade Kolechia? Alright. So, this is what happens here. Import takes that, and Arstotzka takes that. Sorry. And tries to take Nursk. Fails. Nursk and fails. So now, Import is at war with Kolechia as well. Importing. So, Arstotzka lets them have Klenlau. Let's, import a Klenlau while they go for Grestin. Which they do successfully take. There's a take Veta. Now Arstotzka wants this. Klechia's like, nah, don't take Nursk, but they do take this land. Land above it. This is no, I'm missing something. Oh, there it is. Plop. time of war, decides, hey, let's try this again, and this First World type war starts. They're able to take this much land back, but not Lorian, which annoys him. Republia takes Royland back for a brief moment. Then these guys take Rosenthal, Boston, and almost take Rouen again in a huge campaign that took a few months. On the Koletian front, Nursk falls to the Koletians. Nursk falls. Just to fix that. Yeah, Nurska falls. And they don't want to take over Gavona. They want to split it, the country up in half. So they take Octoberless and almost take the Grestons back. Then Arstotzka goes on the offense in their new empire area, taking all of this. Including Nursk back. Yeah, somehow they take Nursk back as soon as it falls. Oh. Republia smashes in through United Fed, takes Nepal and Avon Township. Township and Lezonati. Having that little area fall too. Then Impor, seeing a new opportunity for a kingdom expansion, decides, screw it, we'll take some of Antegria's new land. And take all of this. Antegria is fine with losing that because they're still trying to go for the coast. Because they get to. They take Great Rapid and Waschu. Don't take Karista City, but they do take the rest of the rest of the coast. And with that splitting up, Karista City does eventually fall. The year is now about 1995. This happened in 6 years. Arstotzka is like, hey, Orbistron, let's go. Let me go in. Let's, invade Butchon for me. He's like, nah, mate. And so, Arstotzka leaves him alone for now. While Koletia makes a huge advance in the south here, in the central area. Take Veda back. And that's it. Veda is a very important city. In the Arstotzkan advance, they almost take over Gavana. They do eventually take Octavius, and they take Paradanza. So this is the state at the moment. Impor takes some of Arstotzka's stuff. It's a bit of a, hey, we're making a kingdom here. And Arstotzka's like, no you're not. You're supposed to be on my team, not their team, and they take a huge chunk of land back. They look east and take on Antegria, taking Rosenthal and Serica, while Axios are going into Koletian and almost taking Veda. Antegria, Republia, who has been thinking of a plan, finally goes on the advance and takes Solon and Bostan and Nepal. Realizing that they're about to lose the coast, they decide go for the other coast and invade Impor, taking Resvernati and Inyeko. United Federation wants the rest of their land back, so they start invading these guys, taking Great Rapid and taking almost all of the coast back. Republia takes more of the land here and tries to create borders. Tries to go back to classic borders. Realizing that Republia now is taking Hizari, while Impor is still on the advance, taking Outer Grouse and Rosenthal. Them almost being at the capital, they decide, hey, they need to go for the capital here, and they take it. Well, they almost take it. They take some of it, not all of it. Now this advance goes for Batavis, and Tunskanito, and take it. Realizing what they're doing, they go try to take back. They take back Lezenati and Hazoi. And then they're like, hey, how about we just sue for peace? Because now they don't have any defense here, meaning their coast fails. But they eventually do take Lezenati, or Hahayan, meaning that now all of this is Antegria. Impor, except for Nyeko, which is now the capital of Impor still. The capital of Impor. Realizing what needs to be done, Glorian almost takes out a Grausotica and all of this. By the way, it's been at a standstill in Arstotzka, and it's now 2000. Wow. United Federation decides to take Avon Township and Kurista City back. Republia splits up this, but at this point that they already changed their capital since they knew it was going to Lazinati, which is the next area. Anyway, there's finally an update in Arstotzka where they take Lights-Out and Lotsu and Veta back. Orbistron wants peace everywhere. So they're like, hey, Ineko, how about you invade their coastline? And they do. No, that's Arstotzka, my bad. They take Hazori and Hahayan, getting some of their old borders back. And they do take this little piece back here, because they were allowed to invade only if they were getting their old land back. And they eventually take Tunskanito. They eventually take their old borders back. 2002 is the changing point, as now, with barely any room here, they realize, oh crap, we don't have that side anymore, and they didn't. Republia is nice enough to give Nepal back. So United Fed has their own. And they make peace. 3 countries are now at peace. 4 to go. Still wanting coast. Tegria now invades Arstotzka, taking Lenin form taking Provencia. Arstotzka, realizing that, hey, breezes through, taking all of the coast back. Taking all of this back. Realizing they want to get back Saint Mamero. Because Lesinati, they take back a lot of land, but not Lesinati. As Republia takes back Rosenthal and Boston. Oh, drop my pencil. I hold a pencil while I do this. Back to the Koletzian front. Koletzians take back. They actually take Grestin and Veda back. I'm missing something. Yep. A huge victory. And when I mean huge, I mean huge. It's a huge victory. Antegria, needing Saint Mamera back, does not take it yet. Almost. They do take back regular glory, though, not true glory and regular. Well, Republia takes back Lesinati. Realizing that they were about to take Lesinati, they changed the capital to Sudica. And they're like, hey, how about if we give you your old borders back, you make peace? And they're like, please. And so that happens. 2006. Yes, all of what I just said happened in 4 years. Now we have 3 countries still at war. Koletzia, seeing what happened, is now saying, hey, we're going to take this so we can go on the offensive Arstotzka. Lesinati saying, like, nah, there was still my borders. And decides to invade Cybug and Veda. And Grestin. Now that peeves off Arstotzka, because they also take Klen now. They take this much land. Arstotzka wants Grestin. So they decide we're going to invade Latsu and Rixdorf and Veda to get there. They decide they're going to invade all of this. Klenia. Now, Antegria takes the coast, the Koletzian coast at least, and wants to make peace. The Koletzia is like, nah, you took our coast, and decides, boom. It makes a huge offensive in 2009 and takes a lot of land back. Koletzia also takes back Lostju in 2010. Arstotzka, not really wanting to intervene, it's like, hey, stop it or we'll intervene and take over Verona. And you will take Saint Mamero. So, and when they disagree, Arstotzka gets into it and takes Nursk. While also taking Saint Mamero and knocking these guys out of the war. Koletzia is now welcome to take back the old borders, which they do. Well, up to a point. Remember, we still have Arstotzka to deal with. 2012. Arstotzka makes another huge advance, almost taking Yurko City, but taking Cyberg, Veda, but not Klenyao. Oberstwan is still on the offense, almost takes Ovigvona, but doesn't take that much land. They let Antegria be Antegria again, only if they didn't declare war to anyone again. And Antegria, the Antegrian government said yes, so now Antegria's back. Yay. 3 countries to go. Galicia doesn't make that much of an improvement, but they do take Cybug and a bit of land back. So this is improvement. Arstotzka, though, decides we're gonna take Klenyao and Batavis. Which is... Oh, I missed a spot, didn't I? Yup, the peninsula here. And boom. Ovigvana does not fall, but they do take this, and this. They do take Artovalis and a bit more. I missed a spot, didn't I? Actually, I'm gonna do this. They do take all of this back. Yeah, I missed a spot on the other side. I did? I don't know if I did. I'm gonna reinforce my little borders here. Pretty sure I didn't miss a spot. It's saying that I don't understand where oh, I see it now. I figured it out. They take all of that, and Arstotzka tries to make a grand invasion of Yurko City. But all they do is take all of this land back. Then, realizing that Ovigvana is now under threat, they decide, we're gonna see if we can invade. They don't do a good job, to say the least. And Ovigvana is almost threatened again. 2014, 25 years after the war started. Like, these countries are still at peace. Finally at peace. While it was just these 3 countries, Oberstron, Arstotzka, and Galicia at war. Galicia makes a huge advance, taking all of this. Not taking any cities, but they're like doing one of their old tactics, taking basically non-used land. And this. Arstotzka, realizing that they are not winning the war, decide to in advance on Nursk, which fails. All they take is that much. My bad. All they take is that much. Now, instead of going for Vigvana next, these guys decide to go for the coast. They take Lenin Forma, almost take Paradanza, but no. This is all they take. And so it looks confusing. Take Lenin Forma, okay. No, they do not take all of that crap. And they do not take Grestin, no. I said they don't take Grestin. Silly. They take that. That's what they take. But Paradanza does fall in the end. And Ovigvana now falls. And Arstotzka fell. 2017. Koletia is allowed to take back its old borders. The Treaty of Dresden let everybody take back their old borders, but if Arstotzka went to war again, that they would be invaded and permanently disbanded or dissolved. But yes, everybody went back to their old borders, and that's how it is today. I hope you enjoyed this short little history and future of our Arstotzka series. We're gonna go back to doing the play now. Recording the play now, which is not going to be tonight, the night I'm recording this, but it's going to be... This is actually going to go up after the play. And then, like, yeah. So anyway, like, subscribe, all that nonsense, and I'll see you all. Oh yeah, check the community posts. There's 2 updates, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.